We are operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. To you who've been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable.
Let's start live video.
Let's go.
Hello everyone, my player name's Finchmaster. I'm playing against a Brazilian team, which is a fun experience, I guess. The organization for the time slots was a fun experience already. The opponent deck is having the same plans as my deck, clearing the board, making lots of ember, and the creatures are not that important. I am hoping for a higher ember control on my part, and a higher expected ember rate on my part as well, and a higher efficiency. So Martian Generosity can do a lot of work for him, but Mars needs ember empty if I don't have any board, which I don't particularly need. So let's see when and how good the Martian Generosity does work for him. Yes, I believe the matchup is very draw dependent with the Martian Generosity. If he goes crazy with that, he can make up a lot of ember and speed as well. But if not, and I get a good Infernus on him, I can put away a lot of ember control on his part. Just a little, yeah, but I'm optimistic. All right, bye-bye.
No speak English.
Hi, Robik.
Hello, everyone.
So today we'll be deconstructing 3 matches from the top 16 KOTE 7 from the top cut number 1, so the highest one. And today teams are Team Coxinha on the left side, and Hamburg Atlanteans, the third on the right one, on the right side. So, Robik, maybe we could start with Joel Artiqueto do Arsenal Blindado. It's the deck from the team Coxinha from Brazil.
Right. Yeah, so it's definitely an interesting choice for the top cut, right? Because we can see 67 SAS AOA, and what we could expect is definitely the Martian Generosity, but first of all, there's no key abductions to pair with, but also we have the Proliferator without the Mars first. So there won't be an explosive turn that you will be able to archive the Generosity right away, unless you just have the Proliferator ready on the board, which is the easy tactic to spot and won't be probably available because of the high competition in the top cut. Also, what we can see, there is a really control EDs with 6 cards basically being able to control the board, 4 cards being able to control the Ember, and also 2 cards for the disruption. What we can see is that the deck which wants to build up a strong Martian Generosity draw to draw at least half of the deck, and then just build up the pressure. Unfortunately, And if you don't draw the generosity, the cards has relatively less value than most of the top decks. So it will be really tough match for every stage. I don't know. I feel like we need to see the deck in the owner's hands to just see what it's behind this pick. I don't feel like it's the best choice, but let's see how they play out. What is the opponent of the Joel, Dominic?
It's Prodigy Uchida, and this deck controls the board in more than one way. Here we see a triple gateway to this, so it's like one more than it's necessary sometimes, and 3 Fangtooth Caverns. So almost no creature could withstand this kind of board control, especially when we are playing against decks from KOTE or AOA, so no words for us. I believe here the main strategy would be to put as many Fangtooth Caverns as possible on the board, then discard all of our creatures, most of our creatures really, using autoencoder to archive some cards with Ember Pips to actually play let's say boardless game where we play on our own terms, especially considering that we could just play inspectors and discard our opponent's cards and even purge them. And then we could play Infernuses and purge some more cards, especially Martian Generosity would be a really nice card to purge here. Also, I see this new combo from Mass Mutation, Keyforge plus Fangtooth Cavern, and with 3 Fangtooth Caverns will be almost certain to have at least one of them on the board. Unfortunately, this Untamed is not Untamed like KOTE Untamed, generating a lot of Ember here. So this Keyforge won't be so surprising for our opponent. Looking at Logos, double Daughters, that's something nice, but with our strategy they won't hit the board for a long time. And I believe this matchup is highly let's say balanced towards the Prodigy, because our opponent, Prodigy's opponent, won't have any creatures on the board, and as we all know, most of AOA decks play with their board, generate Amber by reaping, not by any shenanigans like Worlds Collide or Mass Mutation decks. What do you think, Robbie?
Yeah, in this matchup, I feel like it's a tricky one, especially the tricky pick, because when we see the list, we can see that actually there are many pips on Joel side. There's like the double banishes, Cool the Weeks, 3 Fates. You have the double Mars Needs Ember, which is one of our only Ember control, which is really sad because we have double Mars Needs Ember, which is good with this double Dare Everywhere, but it's 2-turn setup, which is actually a little bit tricky, especially against Prodigy, which actually kills all of the boards, like yours and mine as well. So there will be no creatures to put Ember on basically the whole game. And 3 Shulers, right? So the Ember control is lacking. I can't see any good hit for Mimicry to control the Amber besides the Effervescent Principle. But if you can hold on to the Effervescent Principle, then the Mimicry is basically dead, I'd say, because we don't want to go Mimicry Gateway or Mimicry, maybe the Walking Nightmare. But it's really hard. I feel like it's tough, definitely Prodigy favored, and yeah, I feel like even if we drew the Martial Generosity, it will be tough to win.
So I believe I would put my money on Prodigy Uchida here. So 90% chance of
Fair-
winning.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I would also
Fair enough,
stick with this.
definitely.
Okay, so let's watch the game.
Right, thanks for that, guys. Can't stretch this as ever. An awesome, great breakdown. Now, here's the match itself. So Finchmaster's on the bottom.
So you might be getting a bit of nostalgia back because I've brought the old playback bit back.
So we see straight away a Mulligan from Finchmaster who coming back with 2 Infernus, a Gateway, a Daughter. It's not
That's
great.
far too early. I imagine Finchmaster's first turn play is just going to be a Daughter and pass to draw 3.
Yeah.
Mama Swarm,
Yeah, there we
best.
go.
Yeah, Mama Swarm's the best one for Zambia there.
I mean, both their hands are just too early.
Yeah, 2 Shulers is very early. It's really a shame. Persistent Hunting there gets 2. Banish is going to be quite good here, but I'd rather both players have a bad hand or a good hand than one having good and one have bad.
Mm-hmm.
Double Gateway, Red Hot Armor, double Infernus. Finchmaster's got a hell of a setup, but they're just chains at this moment in time. 3 Fate's going to clear the board. Banish is going to put Glorious Attendant back because it doesn't do anything.
Shooter
And
goes
2
down.
Shooters for no value.
Oh, look at that Mars hand though, starting to come together.
The main issue is he does Martin's Amber as Zanebar's win condition.
Mm.
And Gateway just to get rid of the Shulers.
In fact,
Interesting.
and then discarded the second Gateway, and then purges for the sake of purchasing 3 fakes because you may as well. Yeah, the chains. That's not. I wouldn't say it's the wrong thing to do. I think it's the right thing to do.
2 rapid evolutions here for Finchmaster. Standards. Yeah, you imagine he's going to hold the Martin's Amber, not discard them. Maybe play 1.
No, it's holding it. So then we come on to Finchmaster's retorts.
Here we go. We're going to see a 8 power and a 9 power Infernus. Glorious Attendant, Flume.
I mean, Infernus
That's
isn't a
a-
common one to ramp up. I probably would put it on Floof, but it's not the wrong decision either. If he's got Hysteria or something in his hand.
Well, he's not got, but he's got the Untamed card that allows him to bounce. He's got the Queen.
Ah,
he'll
yeah,
play-
Niffle Queen.
No, it's not Niffle Queen, but Dark Queen.
Yeah, Dark
allows
Queen.
bounce
Yeah, Dark
Infernus.
Queen Gloriana. Yeah. So there's the back.
Earthbind on Proliferator. Earthbind on Proliferator is really good.
So Finchmaster's now on 8. Probably going to forge. That's 'cause
Definitely
I
gonna
don't
forge.
Oh no, he's got Master's Amber. Could come down.
Well, he can fight. He has to discard a card to use the Proliferator.
And
Fight
there's
for
the
the
first
Earthbind.
key with your new animation.
Yes.
Very nice. So coming through.
No, we are. So we do it right now. Keyforge Alchemist. I edit the games down. I add the overlays. I add all the effects that you just saw with the key, and then we do the commentary right now.
Yeah, this ain't pre-recorded. The interviews are, and the CTD bit is, but
Yeah.
there's no way Brett and I can be organised enough to do commentary ahead of time. We
It
both
could
have
be,
far
but
too
it
much in
wouldn't
our
be as
lives.
fun because we like to get the chat involved sometimes as well. Tesmal could be really powerful here. Not much backup. Discards Martin's Amber to use the Proliferator to archive Martin's Amber. That's a beautiful little move. But Finchmaster very much in control of the game, and there's Martian Generosity. With 4 Mars creatures on the board, this could be a lot of cards.
But
Scratch
Fangtooth
that, 2
can-
Fangtooths have just come down.
that may help a little bit with the cards.
Gets rid of Tesmal. Only gets rid of the Tesmal and the Fixed Finger, so there's still some good options here. Discards Exterminate. Fights with Proliferator. Fights. Wants to get the extra value from these Martin's Amber. Get Finchmaster off the second key. Very nicely done.
There's all the cards.
Here they come. So Martin's Amber captures 4. And there we go. So the Imp Spectre now loses a lot of value because there's 15 cards in hand.
Still, you don't know what's in the hand, so you're still randomly using one.
Plays plays Bean Buckler, plays Total Recall, gets the Bean Buckler back, is going to play it again to deal more damage, and then gets Exterminate to clear the board of everything but the Infernus, because the Infernus is too powerful. But look at that Neurosiphon! I remember playing against that Neurosiphon. It is a total git.
What were all the enhancements? A third Fantooth Cavern. Jesus.
Yep. This I played.
Wait a minute, I played this deck, I think.
No, I played it in the qualifier.
You played it, okay.
We both did. Because in the qualifier, we're still using the active decks.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 Fangtooth Caverns and the Key Frog is just nasty. Effervescent Principle here. So if Finchmaster can get to the second key before Zanzibar Forges here, which is likely. Please over. Do you Effervescent? Yeah, you've got Effervescent Principle here. Look at this. Camouflage and Dominate gets to 12. The Effervescent Principle, yes, it costs you 2 amber, but it costs Zanzibar 6. So he's going to Forge, but it's not going to really make that much of a difference because you're going to get off the second key.
Yeah. So now you're on 6 apiece. So come do.
And that's a stacked this hand from the. So here comes the key. I like the effect.
It's awesome. I might need to find some high res art for the start of it, but that's awesome.
It's a it's an 8-bit key. I might just have to start it a bit smaller.
Yeah.
I'll ask Josie to make something a little bit more detailed.
KOTE or something.
Oh, nice! So it's
double Shula for taking them off the check with the second key.
No, it can't because of the double Fangtooth.
No, I mean, he already has because the Shula is still 1 if your opponent has 4 or more.
Yeah, I'm more thinking the total recall into the Shulas.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
The Fangtooths are going to clear that. The auto encoder being down just means that Finchmaster can just keep discarding, and keep clearing the board from his opponent's side. There's no point playing these creatures.
You just get them out your hand almost.
I think this is what Zanzibar's thinking right now because he's going to use the Martian Zamba because he doesn't expect these creatures to survive the end of the turn. There's Martian Generosity again.
Gateway seems a waste. I would have just discarded Gateway because the creatures probably wouldn't have survived.
No, because you want.
He wants to kill his own stuff. Yeah. He
wants the Relentless Creeper to die. He wants the Implosion to die. Inspect to die, and he wants Xenophene to die so he can steal. Getting to 8, securing that.
Lash is down.
Lash, Tesmal, Banish.
Second key.
Goes Logos, discards Mountain Death Quirk, discards Daughter, passes. Zanzibar is kind of locked himself into this now. Discard Gateway, play Binding Irons, get them up to 6 chains, and Lash and pass.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a standstill.
Pull the archive.
Shula could be very interesting here.
Not interesting enough though. Maybe.
But the question is here: your opponent's on 9. If he Shula's here, he goes to 6, which means he loses the Martian Generosity value.
Yeah.
So do you just Lash for the 9 and discard the Shula, so that yes, your opponent forges a second key, but you've got a much stronger Martian Generosity on the next turn? Zanzibar does not go with that. Discards Gateway. Gets to 9 again. Gets to 10. Key Frog in hand. Essence Scale destroys the Inspector. I'm looking a little bit behind. What am I doing? And that, it's the problem. So Zanzibar has forged the second key. Martian Generosity.
But you can't get the Emperor there for the third very easily by the look of it.
But gone into Mars, and here's the problem now. Finchmaster's going to forge for 6, have 5 amber remaining, play Earthbind, play Key Frog, pass, kill the Key Frog with the Fangtooth Cavern and win.
Yep. Well, at least we expect. Yeah, there we go. Just remind us what Earthbinding does.
Earthbind means that you cannot use this creature unless you discard a card this turn.
That was it.
It's a great way of locking down created cards.
And there we go.
And there it is.
That was an awesome game. So was this
It really was.
Just remind me, because I can't remember when I looked. Was it a 66 SAZ deck or?
Yes, Zanzibar was a 66 card deck.
One hell of a 66 SAZ deck, to be fair.
Yes, they brought out one hell of a deck.